accommodation, which is Lau Pa Sat in the central business district.
I know how to drink. I came to the party. I laughed at the jokes you made. I wish that I hadn't, 'cause now the joke's on me. I didn't come here.
Hi guys, I'm going backpacking in Singapore for 24 hours to show you how you can travel to Singapore on a budget. Everything I do today is going to be completely free, excluding food, transport and accommodation. All of my activities today are going to cost $0. Singapore's public transport system is one of the cheapest and most efficient public transport systems in the world, so that's going to be no problem. And of course, it's so easy to walk everywhere in Singapore because everything is so close. For food and drink, I have budgeted between 15 to 20 Singapore dollars a day, and I will put on the screen how much I spend for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and at the end of the video I will put the total amount that I have spent so you guys know approximately how much you'll be spending in a day. This is just 24 hours and there is so much to do here, so if you guys want to see a more detailed guide about how to travel to Singapore on a budget, then I have made an ebook which I will link in the description below. It includes everything you need to know about what you can do on a budget cheaply, what you can do for free, transport, food, where you can stay, and also of course nightlife. I will link that in the description below. It is currently half price for only $2.70, and if you guys want to see some more beautiful pictures of Singapore for your inspiration about when you travel to Singapore, then I will link my Instagram in the description below as well. So let's get into it.
Just wanna dance, want a simple romance.
Hi guys, I'm starting this vlog outside Space Hive Hostel that's located in Farrer Park. Now this hostel costs around $36 a night. That's the price that it was when I looked at booking.com. Obviously there are hostels that you can get for a bit cheaper, but I like this hostel because it had good reviews and it is space pods. I'll put a picture up on the screen now so you can see what that's like. I prefer that because it is just a little bit more private. It's located a short bus ride away from the centre of Singapore. What I like about this hostel is that there is free Wi-Fi, there is a 24-hour lounge, there is also locker storage, which I personally think is really important. Best of all, the room is actually air-conned, which of course is really important in Singapore because it is so hot. This area is really popular. There are a lot of hostels here, so I've just walked 5 minutes to 7-Eleven and this is where I'm going to be getting my breakfast. It's currently 10:52 in the morning, quite a late breakfast. I am so hungry. Let's go and see what we can get.
Just wanna dance, want a simple romance, nothing more, nothing less from you.
So as you guys will have just seen, I just went into 7-Eleven to get my breakfast, and there is a huge range of stuff in 7-Eleven. So there are breakfast bars, there are sandwiches, there are drinks, there's cereal. I went for noodles just because it is a little bit later and I was so hungry. And then I've also just got my water. I bought my water out with me. I recommend doing that. The tap water is safe to drink in Singapore. For just the noodles that cost me $2.10.
Just stay the night, then we leave when it's like nothing wrong. It's alright with you. No ties, no price.
I just got the bus from where I was. It took around 20 minutes to get to ChinaTown, which is our next stop today, and it cost just over $1. Just for reference, I got the bus to Southbridge Road. It's the opposite of Hong Lim complex. So everyone behind me here, you can see the street Mariamman Temple, and this is actually one of the oldest shrines in Singapore. It's located just on the outskirts of Chinatown. This temple here is actually the oldest Hindu temple in Singapore, and it was built in 1827. Around this area there is also a lot of street art, so as you can see behind me there is some beautiful street art.
Just stay the night, then we leave when it's like nothing wrong. It's alright with you.
this museum exhibits art, culture and history inside it. And the design of this temple is actually inspired by the Buddhist mandala, which is a symbol of Buddhist culture that represents the universe. Now, if you guys do want to go inside this temple, it is actually free of charge, and so the Saturday guided tours. They are toured by volunteers, which is really great. Stop in Maxwell Food Centre, which is, as you can see, it's just in front of Buddah Relic Temple, and I'm going to go and get some lunch. So I've just got my lunch. I got a basil rice, and this cost me $5.80. I am sat outside by the Buddah Relic Temple. It is super busy inside. It's currently 1:20 in the afternoon. So that's peak time. Inside there are fans, so it is a lot cooler inside, but it's literally just so busy. So I have just got to Thian Hock Keng Temple, and this is Singapore's oldest temple. This temple was actually finished construction in 1814, and as you can see in the background there, it is a seriously beautiful temple. So guys, I'm currently just outside the temple. I am sheltering because it has just started. Sorry about the traffic noise. I am sheltering because it has just started raining. Typical Singapore. Actually began as a joss house in 1821 to 1822, and then it was rebuilt as Thian Hock Keng Temple between 1839 and 1842. So it has a lot of history. When I tell you it is beautiful, I really mean it. It was so peaceful and really not that touristy at all. There are a couple of buses that stop outside that are tour buses. I think really people just stop, people get off, they take the photos, and then they just leave. Experience in the temple was also completely free. Everything I have done today, apart from food and transport, has been completely free. I'm going to be heading to my next location, which is Raffles Hotel. So guys, from Thian Hock Keng Temple, you can either take the 25-minute walk, which is obviously completely free, but obviously it's very hot in Singapore, so if you would like a cooler alternative, then you can also get bus number 57, which it takes around 15 minutes, and again, it costs around $1. So I have just come to Raffles Hotel, which is our next location. Raffles Hotel was built in 1887 by the Saki brothers and is a beautiful example of neo-Renaissance architecture. So the Saki brothers are known for building other luxury hotels around the region during the colonial era, and this hotel, Raffles Hotel, is named after Sir Stamford Raffles. It is actually free to come into the Raffles Hotel grounds. So the next location I've come to is Marina Bay Sands. So to get here, I just got the bus from Raffles Hotel to the Fullerton Bay Hotel. There are lots of buses that come here. I'll put them on the screen here so you can get there. Marina Bay Sands is one of the most iconic buildings and hotels in not only Singapore but the world. If you do come to Singapore and you want to see the view of the hotel and the skyline, then I recommend coming to the Mariamman Park. That offers one of the best views of the bay and Marina Bay Sands. Okay, so just to explain a little bit more about this view, this is the Marina Bay Sands Hotel. As you can see over here, this building over here is the Art Science Museum. And then over there in the distance, you can see the Singapore Wheel or the Singapore Eye, a little bit like the London Eye. Behind the camera right now, I am looking at the famous Fullerton Hotel. It once was Singapore's General Post Office and was built in 1928, and in 2015 it was gazetted as a national monument. So once I'm done looking at this view, I'm actually going to walk over to Marina Bay Sands and the shops, and that is about a 15-minute walk. Okay guys, so the next place that I've come to is Gardens by the Bay that you can see behind me here. It's super easy to get here from Marina Bay Sands. All you do is walk around the bay, get into the shops, and you can cross over from the shops into Gardens by the Bay. It shouldn't take you more than half an hour. Now, to get into Gardens by the Bay, it's completely free to enter. It's free to walk around the grounds. You can get into Super Tree Grove. Gardens by the Bay offers some of the best views of Marina Bay Sands. I recommend coming around this time. It's just before 7 p.m. now, so it's going to be getting dark soon, but I recommend coming here a little bit earlier. It's taking me a bit longer because I've been filming content, but I recommend coming between 5:30, 6 and 7. It means that you can come, see it in the light, you can go around to the lakes. There is a beautiful lake called the Dragonfly Lake, obviously all completely free. And then I recommend coming to the Super Tree Grove so you can see these trees here light up in the evening. It's so beautiful. And then at 7:45 and 8:45 p.m. there is a free light and sound show that is called the Garden Rhapsody. It is so beautiful. I 100% recommend coming here, and then again, it's all completely free. Hi guys, so I have just come to our next and final location, which is Lau Pa Sat in the Central Business District, and that is for dinner. So Lau Pa Sat is actually a food market. It was originally a fish market built in the 1820s and is actually one of the oldest Victorian structures in Southeast Asia. At night, this market opens up onto the street. They close the street at 7 p.m. every day. As you can see behind me, the street is called Satay Street, and you can get your food and come out and eat outside. It is right in the heart of the Central Business District, so it is absolutely beautiful. But if you do want to come and eat outside, the atmosphere is like nowhere else that I have been to in Singapore. If you do want to come out and eat outside, then I recommend getting here at 7 p.m. when it opens, because tables go really quickly and it will be really hard to get a table after. I did talk about this food market in my previous video, which was how to eat cheaply in Singapore, but I'll give a brief overview now about Lau Pa Sat. There is so much food, a variety of food in Lau Pa Sat, from Malay, Chinese, Indian, there's even some Turkish, Vietnamese, Thai. There is so much food here. Even if you're fussy, don't worry, you're definitely going to find something to eat here. Lau Pa Sat is slightly more expensive than local hawkers because it is a more popular tourist hawker and it is in the centre of the CBD, but you are more than likely going to find a meal for average around 6-7 Singapore dollars here, so don't worry, you can still eat cheap. The people that I am here with today are also going to be getting the satay that Lau Pa Sat is famous for, because this is Satay Street, so I will also show you guys that. Like I said, this food hawker is like none other that I've experienced in Singapore in terms of atmosphere. I 100% recommend coming here. Just to let you know, they usually try and sell you the satay in sets, which are really expensive. So guys, just as a reference as to how much the satay costs, my friend's got 10 sticks of satay and that costs 8 Singapore dollars. So you don't need to get the sticks, the sets. It's so much cheaper to just get the pieces. We have just got our food. I got a pad thai, which costs $5.50, so cheap. And Oscar got a basil chicken, which costs $5.90. So guys, that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. The total spend for my 24 hours in Singapore was $53.10. I spent $17.10 on my food. That includes breakfast, lunch and dinner, and $36 on my accommodation. So yeah, again, in total, $53.10 spent on a 24 hours in Singapore on food and accommodation. Everything else I did here was completely free. Please don't forget to check out the links in the description below for my ebook on how to travel Singapore on a budget. Please let me know what kind of videos you want to see from me in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video, and please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. It really does mean a lot. Thanks guys, bye.